Namaste yogis, welcome to your practice. This is Stephen from YogaWorks. In this mini series which I've called The Power of Breath, we're going to be exploring a whole series of breathing exercises which all have a specific advantage or desired effect depending on what you need a bit of help with at the moment. And today we're going to be practicing steadiness. When the ground is shaking underneath you and there's a lot of uncertainty and change and things around you that are outside your control, what we can practice is a sense of coming home into our body and into our breath. And that's exactly what this practice is going to help with. And also remember, in yoga what we're trying to do is use the full potential of what we've been giving, whether it's our mind, our body, or in this case our breath. Often when we rush through life, there's a lot to do, we're living in a bit of an anxiety kind of state, then we are not using our full breath capacity. The breath is often a little bit stuck high up in the chest, and then the whole lower part is often a little bit underused. So that's why today we're going to be practicing something we call the full yogic breath. For this, it's really helpful if you imagine your torso or your breathing capacity, let's say, to be divided into three equal parts. The first part is from the lower belly until the diaphragm, until the bottom of your rib cage, so the belly. The air doesn't actually go there, but of course the diaphragm, as it pushes down, it pulls the bottom of the lungs a bit lower, which has the effect of pushing out the belly and even the lower back and the waist to the sides. Now the second part, the second third, is the lower part of the rib cage. So there's going to be quite an expansion sideways, but also front to back and top to bottom. And then the last part is just at the very top here under the collarbones and the top of the shoulders. We'll be calling that the top of the chest going forward. So there's the lower part, second part, third part, and as we'll inhale, we'll start from the bottom and slowly rise to the top, almost like you would fill up a bucket with water. As we exhale, we'll reverse the flow and empty from the top to the bottom. Let's practice each part separately and then we'll put them together to create the full yogic breath. We'll start at the bottom. So for this, we'll be working with this part here, the belly and the lower back. And I find it helpful to place one hand on the belly and the other one behind you on the lower back, so that you are just a bit more, you have some tactile awareness of the area that we are working with. Now on the next inhale, fill up this part that your hands are resting on. Feel this expansion front to back, but also side to side, top to bottom. On the exhale, just relax and let the air flow out. It might help to close your eyes just to feel what you're doing here. Inhale, feel the hands rise and move slightly away from each other. Exhale, feel the hands gently come closer together, even if it's subtle, that's fine. Inhale, breathe into your hands, into your waist, even down into pelvic floor. Exhale, just relax, let the air flow out. Inhale, exaggerate a bit, push the belly out into the hand. Exhale, soften and relax. Let's do three more. Inhale. Exhale. No need to strain, just let the breath flow easily. Inhale into the belly, into the lower back. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. You can open the eyes again for part two, which is the lower part of the rib cage. For this, I like to place my pinky fingers on the bottom ribs, and then the other fingers will just find their own place here. A little bit on the side, a little bit in the front. So we're holding the whole front part of the rib cage. Now on the inhale, imagine this expansion. The hands move further away from each other. Front to back, side to side, even top to bottom. Exhale, let the hands come closer together as the rib cage deflates. Inhale, imagine this accordion kind of action as the ribcage expands. Exhale. Now close your eyes, just feel. Inhale, the hands are moving apart. The ribcage gets larger with the breath. Exhale, just allow the ribcage to deflate and gets back to its original size. Inhale into the hands, feel them slide further apart. Exhale. Now there's no hand at the back, but can you imagine there being one or two hands? As you inhale, breathe into that space, the back of the ribcage as much as the front. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale into the hands. Exhale. How much space can you find in the lower part of the ribcage? Inhale. Exhale. Last one, biggest expansion yet. Inhale. Exhale. Rest the hands for a moment. You can open your eyes. For part 3, there's not much space here, but we'll be working with the very top of the chest, which is behind the collarbones and even into the top of the shoulders. Of course, the same at the upper back here. So it helps to just rest your fingertips gently on the collarbones and the top of the chest, just to feel that space. Don't be surprised if there's not much movement here, because there's a lot more bony structure, so there's not so much capacity in this part of the lungs. So inhale, breathe high up into the chest. Feel the collarbones rise, feel the shoulders slightly lift. Exhale, let everything soften down. It's a bit of more shallow breath, that's fine. Inhale, up, 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 up. Exhale. Of course, you're still breathing to the other parts, but focus on the very top for this exercise. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, breathe under the fingers. Feel the chest rise, the collarbones expand. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, high up into the chest. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, rest the hands, you can open the eyes. Perhaps you already noticed when you breathe into the very top of the chest, it doesn't feel very relaxing. There's a kind of anxiety that is related to that. When we breathe deep into the belly, into the pelvic floor, into the waist, there's an immediate sense of calm and grounding. So now we'll put all these 3 elements together. I find it helps to rest 1 hand on the belly and 1 on the chest. But if you have another preference, then go with that. I just find it helps to have some tactile feedback from the hands. Close your eyes. I'll be guiding you through this. So when I say part 1, I mean the belly. When I say part 2, I mean lower ribcage. Part 3, I mean the top of the chest. So inhale into the belly. Slowly fill up from the bottom. Then continue inhale to part 2, lower rib cage. And inhale part 3, the top of the chest. Fill up, fill up, fill up, all the way to the top. Exhale, empty chest. Lower rib cage and belly last. Inhale 1/3, 2/3. 3/3 all the way full. Exhale, empty the top part, the middle part, and the bottom part, the belly deflates. Inhale belly and lower back. Inhale lower part of rib cage as well as the back. Inhale top of the chest, collarbone, shoulders. Exhale, top of the chest. Exhale, continue lower rib cage. Exhale, continue belly and lower back. Inhale 1/3, 2/3, 3/3 to the top. Exhale, slowly empty top to bottom. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3 belly relaxes. Inhale belly, rib cage, chest. Exhale chest, lower ribs, belly. Inhale belly, 2, 3, ribs, 2, 3, chest, 2, 3, pause. Exhale chest, 2, 3, ribs, 2, 3, belly, 2, 3. Inhale belly, 2, 3, ribs, 2, 3, chest, 2, 3. Exhale chest, 2, 3, ribs, 2, 3, belly, 2, 3. Do 5 more rounds in your own time. I'll keep quiet. Take your time, go at your own pace. I have 2 more rounds to go, but wherever you are, take your time and finish. After your 5th round, just rest the hands on the thighs or in your lap. Keep your eyes closed for another moment. Let the breath return to normal. No need to count or visualize or divide into parts. Just feel the natural flow of the breath as you rest here. Also take a moment to feel the after effects of this breathing exercise so that you remember what you felt now, in case there's a situation where you could use some help like this. And you can blink your eyes open. Thanks so much for practicing with me. Come back to this often. You can do this wherever you are, in your car, in a meeting, at home. And when you just wake up, before you go to bed, it's a very restful, grounding, and steadiness cultivating breath, which we call the full yogi breath. See you here again soon. Namaste.